the executive director for the National Diversity Coalition for Trump. Bruce, it is wonderful to see you, as always. I'll just start asking you, were you surprised to hear that Bill Barr handed in his resignation letter?
I was shocked. I'm right here in D.C. here, and I'll tell you, Emma, I'm really disappointed. I really thought that Bill Barr was going to come in, do the people's business on justice. I really was optimistic. I was hopeful with all the Russian hoax we went through. They spied on the president's campaign. I thought that with 22,500 affidavits and climbing in terms of appearance of impropriety on election fraud, the Dominion machines that are corrupt, all this mountain of evidence in terms of witnesses, et cetera. And he has done nothing. And it's just sad because what does this say for our great nation when our highest public office neglects the things that are right there in your face, and it won't come out and just say, look, we really need to look into this. We really need to bring these people accountable. What's this say to our justice system, especially in the future, or just anything if we don't hold people accountable for their actions to one rogue and to literally try to hijack this election from this president?
Yeah, I think what you're saying really resonates with a lot of Trump supporters, this idea of feeling optimistic with Bill Barr, and then, of course, the disappointment that you describe as well. But I want to read you part of the letter that he had sent to the president, where he seemed very positive and supportive of Donald Trump, saying your 2016 victory speech, in which you reached out to your opponents and called for working together for the benefit of the American people, was immediately met with a partisan onslaught against you, in which no tactic, no matter how abusive or deceitful, was out of bounds. The natter of the campaign was the effort to cripple, if not oust your administration with frenzied and baseless accusations of collusion with Russia. End quote. Again, so it sounds like perhaps he would really be fighting for justice here. And yet, were you waiting for something to happen that just did not come through?
Yeah, let me put it in this perspective, Emma, right here on Newsmax. When we started this movement, I call it the movement. I said this was going to be an American revolution. I said this on major networks in 2015. I was optimistic. I said, finally, we have someone in the Oval Office, watch this, Emma, who is not tied to any special interest group, any pay to play. And I was prayerful, watch this, that he would appoint and bring folks in there that would be the same way and do the justice. And then I was optimistic, like, okay, we'll give this guy a chance. We'll give this guy a chance. And every time, look where we're at now. So I'm sitting here like, okay, so what is really going on? It is true. When we talk about, we throw the word establishment, we throw the word, pay to play. That's not just something mythical. We just don't make that up. That is true. That is what's infected our great republic. This is why the president overwhelmingly won in 2016, and he overwhelmingly won again in 2020. Highest black vote turnout, highest Jewish American vote, Latino vote, record-breaking, Asian American. The list goes on, record stock market. And we're sitting here right here having a conversation about, well, I don't know if he won. Really? Really? And the highest elected attorney general says, well, I don't see any really evidence. Oh, my God. What do you need? Dead bodies float all over the street? Really? So, I'm a little mad about this because I really wanted some justice. I thought they were going to go in here and clean up this mess so it would make it better for the country and the next president in 2024 and 2028. That's what this is all about. It's the country.
Yeah, well, he has been announced a replacement. Jeff Rosen said to step in as AG. Do you know him personally? What kind of work do you think maybe the acting AG will do until Inauguration Day takes place? I
don't know, but I hope if he's listening, Mr. Rosen, if you're listening right now, right here on Newsmax, please, in the name of Jesus, would you please go and do the people's business? Bring people to justice so we can heal this nation. All the dirty deeds that were lied and spied on this great president and this great nation, it's a disservice. Please go in there and do the people's business. Go look at the fraud in the voting processes. Bring these people to justice. Bring this to light so we can heal this nation. I hope you're listening to this right here. I'm speaking directly to you. Please, on behalf of all 300 million Americans in the United States, I plead with you to do the right thing.
You mentioned fraud in the election process. Is there something else you'd like someone to take a closer look at? I know Hunter Biden has probably been on the top of the president's list.
Yeah, I tell you, I've been, following with Amistad Group, and I'm going to tell you that the most disturbing part about it, and we've talked about in the show, was the fact that we have, of course, you saw Zuckerberg, pushing in almost $400 million of money in all the key battleground states. And even back in Georgia, in Fulton County, where they put $6 million, and then they want to say, well, you're going to put a voting booth, a voting box here and here and here and here. And, there is so much mess. And when I say that these special interests that have influenced our city council seats, our commission seats, our state house seats, our district attorney offices, to direct where these votes are going to go. My God, Emma, my mom has been gone home to the Lord 4 years, and they're sending mail-in ballots to my home, and she's passed away 4 years. So there is so much influence with these special interests, and this is something I'm hoping. I know Phil Klein and these guys, they've got some good litigation going on this. I hope this comes to light. So once again, this is only going to help heal the nation. So it's going to get uncomfortable. But, listen, Democrats, you out there, you thinking you'll get away with it? This could be you someday. What are you really? Do you really want this bloodshed on your legacy? Do you really want the fact that you stole and lied and cheated to get this election? Just remember, what goes around comes around, and you're going to have to pay the piper also. So this does a great disservice to our great nation. So I'm prayerful that that particular litigation will come to light in itself.
Well, I know everyone should be wanting free and fair elections, as you say, not just in 2020, beyond. All right, Bruce LeVell joining us live this morning. Bruce, always great to see you. Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me.